Hello everybody, welcome back to Elden, Journey of the Fallen Shadow. I forgot why I named the series for a minute. Okay, so, I've been working on the YouTube stuff, trying to edit videos and have that going. And I managed to get at least one of the Overlord videos. I couldn't edit the first video, so that was a bit... Yeah. Also, I moved a bit. I, went exploring a bit off camera. Because I knew where some stuff was, and I was just trying to grab some stuff. But I wasn't planning on fighting any bosses without being on, did a bit of farming. Anyhow, uh, let's get into this. Let's go this direction. And for those who know about the tower up here, I already went ahead and did it. And I am splitting up the video, the stream, when it comes to YouTube. I'm splitting each hour into an episode. That way, plenty of the stuff to go up. So there's plenty for people to watch if they like it. And I increased the time of the streams. Because, if for those who, notice the schedule, I recently, today, I got rid of the stream on Thursday because I'm still trying to figure out what to stream on Thursdays. And I figured, oh, well, since it kind of takes me, like, almost the full amount of time that a stream takes me to get at least one video up, I figured every Thursday I would upload one of the videos to the channel. And that's Dark Nexus 7 Games. And it's capital, unlike which mine here on Twitch is lowercase, I do believe. Oh yeah, I also did the tower because it's one of the simplest towers. I need to equip an spirit. I have 30 accessories. Let's go to the wolves. Some wolves. I also got a new monitor, so it's one of those things where I was playing on a kind of small, medium monitor before. I got a gaming one now, and it's like pretty big, so it's like it's easier for me to look around. It's actually perfect for Twitch too, because usually most of the Twitch chat would take up the bar. But real quick, release the dragon. Now, I do believe the build I'm going for, I've kind of put pieces together in my head that it would be an amazing build to try, is one I think someone probably on, like, the Wikia has, done stuff. So I'm not trying to copy someone, I just pieced together thinking this would be a good idea. And that is if you look at the stats here, where dexterity at and where strength at, that is staying there. There is no more points going into that. And as for intelligence, that's staying there too. I don't know why there's any points in intelligence, actually. I don't think wait, did I accidentally put points in intelligence or something? Wait, unless there's something about the confessor that... hold on. The piece of the armor? Oh wait, it's the imp head actually increases magic? That I did not know. Also, I got the pumpkin head. Haha. Let's equip it. I shall be the pumpkin. Sadly, with the cape attached, it does make me fat roll, and we shall not be fat rolling this playthrough. I'm just gonna grab these while I'm at it. Grab this. For and I figured, for some of the legacy dungeons, we'll see if we can summon players. So there's it's not just me. You get to see other people. And I'm trying to talk clearer. I've been oh, there's someone right behind me. I'm trying to think. How many flasks do I have? Okay. I think normally, I healed twice, so I have 5 healing flasks. Check. What? Ooh. Yeah, 2 spell uses, because at least if I can use... One's at least for the summons. which I'd like to try and do all the fights without summons, but no time. Nope. When you hear the splat. No. I gotta say, I love these dungeons. They force you to explore instead of just heading straight for the boss. Okay, there's an end there, and there's one right. Remember, I can lure this one forward. Also, I did kind of fight one. I did go and get an Ash of War off camera. I went and got the Bloody Slash. Because until I get the Rivers of Blood Katana, that is the katana that's going to complete this build, I won't be. I need kind of a good bleeding weapon, because with this, it's one of those things where, at least with melee, since I won't be doing a lot of damage, at least I should be, at least with the blood loss, should be doing a lot more. And I did also upgrade the katana off camera. It's a +3, since I don't have access to round table hold right now. We'll go down that way in a second. Remember, there's an imp in here. I hope you can't hear the closing. There's a prisoner here. I can tell by the starting outfit. It took me forever to figure that out with this dungeon. These guys I also found out are super weak to blood loss. Please help. Oh, I have to use that against someone. Summon them and say, please help. It reminds me of the stones from Dark Souls. That's kind of what they are. The hello, goodbye, thank you. And part of the reason I haven't actually been using blood loss for this game, for the amount of times I was thinking about using it, is I didn't know if Arcane actually affects the blood loss, as in, I didn't know if it affected, the build-up rate. And from when Elden Ring first came out, people were saying it didn't. And then it turned around, it's like, oh, a few updates there, it does now. So it's like, okay, Arcane's kind of worth it. Man, blood loss is OP. And I found out, if the weapon already does blood loss, I already knew the fact that you could stack it like by using a weapon art that does blood loss. What I didn't know is that the blood loss would actually go up once you upgrade the weapon. Which, that was a shock for me. No. Okay, they're just gonna keep coming. It's probably just waste of time damaging them. They probably are undead enemies now I think about it. Like, if I had, like, an occult weapon. Because I think occult weapons keep down the undead permanently. Part of the stream, though, is I wanted to talk about... Imp, you're evil. I wanted to talk about Elden Ring's DLC. Because it hasn't been announced yet, I think people are most likely thinking, yeah, it probably is. It's most likely getting DLC. And so, the speculation, oh, what could the DLC be? DLC is probably going to be amazing. My theory is because, I think, in fact, the video might have even talked about the DLC, I think maybe at one point, I don't know. But I think I remember, I think he said, someone said, who was talking about DLC, is that someone's like a leaker found out that so far the DLC size is supposed to be the exact same, almost of the entire game. And I'm like, okay, this isn't going to be a normal DLC. And then my brain got thinking, well, we don't know how many time has passed since, the opening and stuff. Before the shattering, we don't know how much time has passed. I think it's supposed to be 1,000 years after the shattering, which I don't really know. But from what my brain was thinking, it's like, well, if it's a game, well, if the size is the exact same as the DLC, if the like size of it is almost the exact same as the DLC is like almost the exact same size of the game, all I can think is, could we go back in time in the DLC? Like, could we get to meet Ronnie before she got the doll form? Could we? I wasn't watching. Got run a bit. Burn. Oh wait, I know I just ran out of mana. I thought I got hit. Okay. Oh, he got stuck. No, I didn't mean to do that. Thank you. No. No! Now I'll admit the archery watchdogs are not actually that hard. It's just when they do the stupid jump attack and the stupid walk, they can be a bit difficult. I gotta heal, gotta heal. Like, that move, like, if you time it right, is easy to dodge. Let's see. Not enough stun. There we go. But I think we might actually go back in time in the DLC. Because Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 3 was supposed to, from about the videos, things, it had a back in time feature from like one of the filters, like it was like the entire gray stuff from Dark Souls 2, because you just actually got to go into the memories and stuff, and that was kind of time travel. I would like to see maybe if the DLC is the exact same size of the game. I need to rest here and get all my tears back, or I think they're tears. Oh wait, I might be wrong. Yeah, tears. Okay, that was right. But I think it would be interesting if we did go back in time, because usually in games where especially like Dark Souls 2, I love the dream things where sure it was limited, but it was still a form of time travel. Oh, it's blank. Okay. I'll come back for him because I am not confident in my abilities to take him on right now. Because that's the one with the flail. The one with the halberd, or the glaive, is kind of easy. The one with the flail is actually my kryptonite. Because I like memorized the patterns, because I want their armor set. And I have a solo character that I play on, and I encountered where you're supposed to get the armor set, but you have to take out the two guys. I took out one of them, and then the other one managed to get me, and of course one of them had the glaive, one had the flail. But then they didn't respawn, and I didn't get the armor set, so I was like, well, I guess I'm never getting the armor set I wanted the most. Because I actually looked up if you could get their armor set, since you couldn't farm them. And, yeah, oh, I got off track, but, like I was saying, time travel would be interesting, because I like, maybe there'd be like, you could go to Lendel before it was all like crap. Maybe you could travel right before the shattering. Like, you could find out why she shattered the Elden Ring. Because, if you do that, there could be a lot of stuff that could happen. Like, I think before the Elden Ring was shattered, Godwin, I do believe his name is Godwin. He was Godwin the Golden. I do believe he was still alive. Like, he hadn't been killed by the Black Knife Assassins yet. So it's one of those things where it's like, we could possibly maybe get a proper boss fight against him. Heck, we could even maybe get a boss fight against Ronnie. and that would be that. I see both those two as potential DLC bosses would be amazing. And of course, that's my opinion. Probably most likely won't go to deal like you know. I think what I don't I can't think if it's this Vati video or it was someone else that I was listening to about Elden Ring. But when they were discussing the possible theories for DLC, they said something about like their theory is that it should be about where did the tarnished go, like after the lands between and stuff. And I'd even like to know that, like if they were banished kind of from the lands between and stuff, where did they go? And I'm just running through these guys because I do not feel like fighting them right now. And of course, there's my fellow Pumpkinhead. Hello, Pumpkinhead. There's not. I can't remember if the item back there is good or not. I know there's a torch here, but I mainly just to avoid some of the enemies. Mainly the dogs. Dogs are also my kryptonite in this because they can dodge. Unless you're using a shield, it's kind of hard. Someone's using a shield right here. They're in the full knight. They already went to Round Table Hold to have that armor set. Rid of you. But I would like to see also in the DLC, maybe we get to see more of the ancient dragons. Because that's one of the things I always liked about the Souls games is how they depict the dragons, like Midir from Dark Souls 3, who I can still never beat, even with my because I made the mistake of going to DLC and being New Game Plus 3. Yeah, that was the worst mistake I did for the first time in the DLC. I decided, I'm gonna. I forgot I was on my New Game Plus 3 character, and went and fought Midir. That is the worst mistake ever. Unless you have fought him before, you are making a big mistake. Someone here with a twin blade. I might summon someone for the boss down there if they have their sign down. Let's see. Yeah, but I like to see more. Like I always liked the ancient dragons, and like specifically, I like I would do the Way of the Dragon. It took me forever to beat the Nameless King, and then like after I think for the character I just played as, I was trying to get back into the swing of playing as him, playing against him because I had been I took a huge break from any Souls games, and I just got Elden Ring, and then when I got a bit tired of Elden Ring, I went inside to play Dark Souls 3 again, and I got the Nameless King, and I'm sitting here, I'm using instead of a pure melee build this time around, I'm using a pure magic build. So I'm relying almost completely on spells and my sword that I'm using. I went the dark sorcery build, so I had pyromancies and then I had dark sorcery. And what happened was I fought him on the second time, and I absolutely kicked his butt in the first phase. That's the first phase is kind of the easiest. Got to the second phase. He only hit me once, and I managed to heal. I didn't really run out of flasks. It was one of the strangest things because I managed to beat him in the second try. I don't know. The thing is, the first time I played this against this character with a pure melee character, he kicked my butt, or he got rid of me over 30 times. And it's the Nameless King. He's supposed to be hard. Then I do with a pure magic character. I'm like, I kicked his butt. And I wasn't even using good spells. I wasn't using any of the area spells. I was doing I had the Dark Orb spell, and that was pretty much it. That's all I had equipped. I wasn't using Pyromancy. I was just using the staff. And I'm just sitting here, and every time he would do a strike, I'd use a spell because I have all the items on to not increase my health, but to have my stamina regenerate faster, to increase equipment load for the armor I'm wearing. And then I'm just sitting here blasting him with spells. All I think is, wait, he hasn't really hit me much this round. And I was just completely and totally just questioning how did I beat him? And all I can think is, not only was he like my exact, this is my exact train of thought. That was easy. And that because he used to give me like such trouble. I always like be like after like a few times of failing, I'd be like all on adrenaline. And what happened? It's one of those things where you, it's just name is king is no one to mess with. But like I was saying, I was actually really shocked there was no dragon forms in this. And what I mean by I was a bit shocked is, you have Dark Souls. You can become an ancient, sort of like an ancient dragon human. Dark Souls 2. You can also do that, but it's like a full-on armor this time around instead of like, dragon. Well, and then Dark Souls 3 is back to being kind of weird. It's actually much weirder in the third game than the first one. The first one at least made a bit more sense. And I was going in here. I was like, how do you become a? I started looking up, how do you become a dragon in this one? And they're like, oh, you only get dragon eyes. I'm like, that's not fun. It's like, all I can think is, where's the? It's like there's a complete lack of a dragon form. And I could, not for the life of me, think, why would they take this amazing feature out? And so part of me that I'm actually hoping for DLC, and this is just for myself, that I really hope, they bring back the dragon form. And I wonder what it would look like. Because you have the dragons, then you have the ancient dragons, which are, lightning based. And all I can think is, could they add 2 separate forms? I didn't. Okay, I have to go grab an item. Let's go back here. I have to go grab the map. I can't believe I forgot the map. And I'm sorry if I've talked a bit much. I think I mentioned this in the last couple of streams. I have a tendency to, when I start talking, I will not shut up. It's like it's a bad habit of mine. And yeah, say I go to GameStop and I accidentally start talking to the people working there, and then I can tell a bit that I'm starting to annoy them a bit, and for the day I kind of said say my goodbye and I apologize for talking too much. Part of it's part of my ADHD that really does it to me, which I still feel bad. It's one of those things where I just feel bad a lot talking a bunch. But with I was like, part of my reason for doing like Twitch and stuff is I just use a lot of runes. Ooh, okay. The reason I'm popping some runes here is I want to get as many levels as I can, because I figured pop the levels in, level up. Okay. I should probably put health up. Yeah, probably gonna get health to 20 and mine the 20 first, and I will get some endurance up. But at a certain point, I'm gonna focus only on faith and arcane. Okay, let's go to my death. The fight begins. I am the true shadow, not like you. No worse. We hit those? Alright, we didn't hit those, that's the problem. He got stuck on the tree. Oh, is he completely stuck? Okay, I was gonna say, if he was, I was gonna start flamethrowering him. So I might go a bit quiet for this fight because I'm trying to concentrate. Heck, I might even start using the Night Raider's flail instead of the katana for a little bit. Because I know he drops his flail. And I think I saw someone use the flail in it was supposed to be a Witch King build, which I did appreciate, call back to Lord. Rings. Okay. Horse is almost gone. Usually, how I find is that he's actually easier on horseback. Because you can knock him off, and then... Look at that! Yeah, he's gonna call back the horse. Or is he? You know, let's go fight the other one. Knight Rider flail. Do I even have the stats to use the sucker? I'm actually missing decks on this. Well, I said I wasn't playing anymore in the deck, so I guess I won't be using the flail. I did find the lance too. I did not know where this was, and then I accidentally come across. I'm like, huh. It's one of those like realization things. Oh, someone's running around with no armor. Well, it's your way to play. I figured we'd fight all the bosses in this area that I know of. Because I know where a few bosses are. I figured we'd go ahead and fight them. We'll do this Ever jail here. And then I figured we'd go fight Morgott. Is it Morgott or... No, it's not. Yeah, I think it's Morgott. Sorry, Morgott or They have very similar names, okay? Because they're twins. We're gonna go here first, and then come down here, fight this boss, and then we're gonna go over here, fight that boss. Then we'll go here, and then we'll go fight the other boss over here. I don't have a stone. Wait, you know, I might as well buy one of those. Go take on that Everjail as well.
Play it again.
Yes, my friend. And I think I said this as well. I won't be skipping over, like, I won't be talking through any important dialogue, but if it's like, say, dialogue for the merchants, unless it's very important, I'm just going to talk. Because, you know, it's one of those things where it's not, you know, does anyone ever get that mental image in their head? You know, after watching, like, Kung Fu Panda and stuff? The whole entire point when you're, like, nothing but chatting, and then you just picture in your head, chitty chitty chat chat, chat chat. It's like, it's all I can picture. And I think I binded my shortcut keys this time for the Streamlabs OBS, so I should be able to. I shouldn't have to alt tab to stop and stream and stuff like stop recording. It's one of those things where I feel bad for doing that because you know you just see me saying it, but if I could just hit the stop recording and then hit start recording again, and you know, I'll make sure it goes through. I gotta practice it, so I know it's doing it. And hopefully there is actually no issue. So far the server has not kicked me out, which is a good sign that my internet is working today. Or tonight. Let's see. Fire! She's almost down. Fire! Fire. Thank you. And I found if you start like the Pride, because I think it's called, I can't remember the Pride class is calling this. I usually just call it the Pride because, you know, you start out with nothing and you start at level 1. I definitely feel like that, like, is one of the best things to start out with if you want to, like, do, like, say, a pure build of something. For instance, if you want to do a pure intelligence and faith build, which I do believe you can totally do, because you just have to get you have to get 2 of the Lord swords or, like, 1 long sword, and then put, you know, faith and then intelligence on one, and you can kind of dual wield. We're gonna go fight Grizzly or we're gonna go fight a bear first. Someone can actually. I want to see if I can summon someone for the bear. That would be a lot more fun. I don't know why. I always. Oh, I'm so close to it. I have any more? I don't. That sucks. How many more can do I have? I have like 31. Okay. Is there any signs? Okay, there's no signs. Usually signs like show up like the first 5 seconds. Yeah, but I would like later in the stream would like to go to one of the arenas and see if they would finally, you know, let me fight in them, because I have been dying to do the arena fights. At least one. Oh wait, this is actually the best place to check for signs. Oh, look at Eve! Summon some friends. Okay. We're summoning okay. I hope he's okay. I do. We'll light the way for our friend. But on the YouTube side of thing, I'd say please put down in the description what you think, what your thoughts for the DLC are. Hello, okay.
Hey.
And, I have no way of opening up the emotes on the keyboard, or I haven't figured it out yet. What is he using? He must be doing some weird build. Okay. He's doing something with fire. He took care of that rat. Oh, is he getting flasks back? If he's getting... Wait, every time he gets hit, or he's wrong, is he getting all his flasks back? I don't want to accuse him of hacking, but okay. Oh, I get his name now. I'm confused. He must have some sort of hacks on, which I'm not gonna go against. I'm just gonna, you know, say, okay, I didn't mean to summon a hacker, but you know, I'm not gonna judge. Crap, I didn't mean to do that. I hit control. Fire! Burn thee! Okay, bad idea. Okay. He's doing like fire and ice combo. Oh yeah, because there's if they're freezing and you immediately use fire, it's supposed to thaw them out. No, 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 no! Bad bear! Bad bear! Bad bear! Thank you for the hug. Burn. Yeah, I was giving our friend a hug. That's okay. I'm not gonna get rid of that joke. That was a bad joke. Burn! Don't worry, just keep rolling. Wait, he has that spell already? Okay. Well, I also don't ever feel bad about... Wait, does it do that? I think... Yeah, okay, it does use it. As long as you... Okay, so as long as you don't undo it or die, it doesn't... It still is using your last one. That's nice to know. Well, the next few bosses I can do completely solo. It's one of those things where I fought them so many times with different characters. I actually have a habit, I think I've mentioned this in the past stream, of deleting characters that I get angry at. And I mean I get angry at, as I mean... I even do it with Dark Souls, so it's very hard for me to get one character and just keep going with it. And usually how the character keeps surviving from me deleting them. Basically, I'm in a mood where it's like, ah, just F it. I'm just gonna try again. It's not effective because it's like I could have made say one of my Dark Souls 3 characters I messed up was a deprived start. The way I did it really effed up defense-wise for the boss. So, I couldn't get past 4 of the Boreal Valley. No matter how much I tried, I couldn't get past him. It's like, well, I'm deleting this character. Oh, there's a stone up there. I'm gonna need that. Oh yeah, we should take the cape off. Even though capes are cool. But if you're like, what's her face from The Incredibles? No capes! Couldn't think of her name. Some friggin' roast me on YouTube. It's like, this is her name, get it right. Okay. Get rid of this. Thank you. See, those guys are easy. It's actually the digger guys that I'm worried about. Because, they say spells. Well, spells are pretty good against them. But I think they said strike. Or piercing was supposed to... Piercing or striking, I think was supposed to be good. It's strike or pierce. Can't remember which one it is. I think it was supposed to be pierce. It's supposed to be good against the guys in the tunnel here with the stone skin. And I think it's supposed to be a callback from Demon Souls, from those guys in the Stonejerker Cave. They're only weak against magic and piercing, which I thought was like a neat little detail because you have to aim between the stone. Heal here. No. Denied. I actually tried doing a Bloodborne build with this game once. I actually might upload that for a thing. For like if I decide to do another full series of this. It mainly had to involve me farming the cleavers here and then putting the bleeding on the cleavers. It'd be like, building like hunters, bleeding the beasts that they hunt. But how I do it is I would use the cleaver, but probably be arcane strength. And instead there's no guns, I would use crossbows and for all the different bolts that's why I'd go arcane, or at least a little bit of arcane. One, to make farming for the cleavers easier, and second is to for the bolt stat effects buildups, because I could always have bleeding on the I could always make bleeding bolts and then sit there and build up with attacks and then sit there and bleed them with the bolts as well. And one of the things I'll actually probably be taking bleeding off the katana, maybe later, because until I get some better dragon spells, I was thinking about running the Blood Flame spell, and then enchant the blade, then start going in with the sword until I get some of the best dragon spells I can get. Because the best fire spells for dragons is the Magma Worm, because it leaves lava behind. And I think I said last time I was going to do a story each episode. Or, each time I stream. I actually haven't had a recurring, kind of stream that yet. But it's one of those things where I can kind of make one up on my mind. But because it'd be like a nice thought to think about. Because the last time I talked about, the Witch of Izalith. And how, it's a bitch cube, what if, something for like, after they like say the Age of Dark came in, because no one tried the Link to Flame. Like Flink instantly died out on the first run. Like say when Gwyn tried to start the cycle, it failed instantly. So his sacrifice basically was a waste. I think I might come back. I might get lucky. Let's risk it. I have fire spells for a reason. Or I have dragon fire for a reason. Let there be flame. Oh, that's a nice cluster. Oh, oh my gosh. That was nice. Oh, that was nice. No. 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 Let's see. I think if y'all like end up enjoying the Elden Ring, I might go back and play all the Soul series games. You know, Dark Souls Remastered, Dark Souls. That was weird. Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin, which is personally one of my favorites. And then, you know, Dark Souls 3. But it's one of those things where I have those on PlayStation 4, and I can't really, you know, I don't really have a camera, and I know you need a bunch of stuff to use Twitch on the PlayStation 4 and stuff, so I might just have to like re-buy it for Steam. So I actually have, I actually have 2 copies of Elden Ring. I have this one, and then one for the PlayStation 4. And I have been really enjoying Elden Ring. And when the DLC comes out, I'm probably buying it for the PC to stream. Like, say I beat the story, and and everything. I might even like continue the series up until like I try and like I attempt to, I won't go to New Game Plus. I'll probably like, wait there and probably do some solo farming. I just realized I made a huge mistake. Oh, I am a moron. I have no health. Okay, fine, hold on. Go, wolves! You're all I can count on. Stun them. Okay, they can just keep his attention. I just love the wolves too. Actually, my first playthrough, I got the farthest, so like, I didn't use any spirit ashes, I only upgraded the wolves. Okay, this moron has gone past, that was, I'll admit, I was an idiot there. That was like almost face palming reaction when I realized that. But, the reason I'm still trying to work on beating Bloodborne, because I have extremely slow reaction time to things. Like so like say during the playthrough here, if I don't react quickly to something, that's mainly why I have extremely slow reaction time. Like on the PlayStation 4, I can parry almost every NPC or enemy I come across. Then I play, this on PC. I can hardly parry worth of crap. It's one of those things it's like you're only good with controller, which if I do play the other ones besides the remastered, I will be using controller for the third and the second game. I do have a plug-in controller. I just do not want to use it because I've actually gotten used to playing Elden Ring on PC. It's like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Sort of situation. I hate this because I remember this enemy. I just get rid of you. Sorry, he bugs me. And I always wondered who in their right mind made these things. And that's the thing, VaatiVidya. I doubt VaatiVidya will probably watch this, but if you make one of your next lore videos, can you discuss what the Everjails are? Because I am so confused of what they are. Because I know they're supposed to be like some sort of, or the Evergirls. Because I know there's some sort of type of jail, but who in the world made them? I also got on my solo character. I actually got the armor set for these guys. I actually found their armor set, which is nice. This is for the fire giants, you freezing buttholes. I'm paranoid. I really want to heal. Flash pressure. After. Now! Okay, now I heal. Okay. Try and focusing a bit. No! No! That move is dangerous. I can't go in there. I remember watching a recent game theory episode. I can't remember what it was about though. I think it's the new one that came out. Okay. I'm gonna try a bit of a different approach to this one, but I am gonna try this boss. Sorry, I hit my mic on my headset. But I'm trying to remember, what was this recent episode of Game Theory? It wasn't the back room. No, that was Film Theory's the back rooms. It wasn't the back rooms. What was it? I might have to go to YouTube real quick on my phone and see which video it was that I recently watched that I really enjoyed. Because I am like completely Did my brain just go away? Fire! Holy crap. Okay, let's get used to this. Or her fighting style. I don't know what the gender of this boss is. I'm gender neutral. Heavy attack. Oh, I stunned him! No! I messed up the riposte! Fire. Yeah, that was a bad idea. I knew it the moment I saw them charging. How did I do that? Haha! So, see? Always second time's the charm. I will admit the last part was a fluke. Ready gun, seal. Oh wait, I don't have the... See, that's one of those things that I might end up using that because I actually found the greater version of that and I've been using it on my solo character. Like, it's like, hey, it boosts pretty much all your stats. Like, it boosts strength, dexterity, endurance, and vigor. That's what it boosts. But you take more damage. Honestly, I save it, like, unless you use the super version of it, it's not worth it. Because, like, the version I found, like, what the best version of it, and it's, like, really good. But the version also I found also doesn't boost strength and dexterity, it boosts intelligence and faith. Because it's the Americas one. And we'll go deal with Bing Bong in a minute. I call those guys... at first I was calling them, oh look, it's the house moving castle guys. And it's like, at first when I saw those, I thought maybe it was only going to be one. And it was supposed to be a person, like an NPC that was living in it, and it would go across the entire land in between, and that's the only place you could find them. Which still is like, that's actually like, that'd be great for an NPC. Good health to 20. Because I have to have a decent health bar. Did I mention my other character that I use? He's my solo one. He's a, like, magic character, like his intelligence right now is at 80. For this game. And that solo character, the only time I've actually played multiplayer with it is I took my PlayStation 4 over to my uncle's house because he also has the game. And My magic character is called Frenny Dude. Because this guy, I recently got into those games. It's like, ooh, this guy has a whole entire can of worms. It's amazing. And you know, I've been enjoying playing this guy, and so I couldn't get the Prinnies out of my head. You know, you had to go Prinny Dude. Oh man, I love Prinnies. And I couldn't help but laugh when I found out when you toss them, they explode. Like I said, this boss is gonna be so easy. Wait. Oh, it's just gonna poison me this time around? It's not doing lasers? Okay. Like I said, with fire, this... You missed! Oh, and I was actually thinking maybe before we go farm, it's Margit the fellow omen, and then it's Margit and Mog. That's who the two are. Okay. Or Moog, sorry. Margit and Moog, the fellow omen twins. Let's see. I will also be doing the White Mask Vare thing, but I might do part of that off camera. It just depends on like how far we get into the stream, how far we get in game. Let's see. I don't think there's any bosses over this direction. There's the boss here, and there's the one up here, and I think that's all I have left for this area. But I did it again. Part of the thing I wanted to do is, I do want to run quickly ahead, probably before Margit, to go and grab the what I'm trying to think of it. It's the thing with the other spell, the blood face spell. I wanted to go the blood blade spell, the blood flame spell. That's what it is. I wanted to go grab that, and you know, but that requires me going into the next area, so I'm gonna take that shortcut real quick. Go grab that. Probably get some in the round table hold because I went into the area, because that's what happens. And then, you know, equip it, then go for Margit, because I have found you do not want to use dragon spells unless you are co-oping with another person. And even then, unless you have a lot of mana reserves, you are just way too slow. Let's get rid of this poison in here. But I'm gonna go fight the tree spirit up there first. Yeah, I shouldn't have touched it. Oh, I didn't know you could look inside. And I think I probably will have the arsenal charm, because I'm thinking about wearing some armor that might be heavy later on. And I'm just trying to get my strength and faith right now as it is to 40 both. Then once they're both at 40, I'll move on from there. I'll probably go back to, you know, my mana and endurance and, you know, vigor. I'll probably go back to those first after like getting those to 40. And what I figure I would do is, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. But you know, one of the finally I figured, because you know we're doing dragons, we'd go with one of the most saddest characters I found out his backstory to, and that is Vike. I recently in my solo character found his Everjail finally, or Evergoal. I'm calling them Everjail. Actually, I'll just call them Everjails because it's more fun that way. Probably might infuriate some people. Oh, they have the gut sword. Fire! Burn thee, tree spirits. You missed. Why am I fat rolling? Probably because of torch. Do the final swing. Burn. And I can't remember if these guys actually take bleed damage. I can't remember. I know you can stun them. And these guys are kind of easy, you know, melee. Oh no, they just I'm worse. I hate this. Dodge, 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 dodge. Dodge forward, everyone. Yeah, I probably shouldn't reference that. Nope, nope. Dodge, 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 dodge. Can't touch this. Dun, 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 dun. I'm out of stamina. That's why. Dodge, 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 dodge. No. Heavy attack. Launch. No. Blood slash. When you need the extra reach. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and equip it. Where is it? I will say the stunts for this one are a bit scary. It's like I summoned a demon. It's about I have 2 more minutes and then I have to stop the recording. Tombs word catacombs. I hope I said that right. Do I have? Okay, I actually have 3 keys. Okay, that's right. I think I went and bought some. Keys on here. Can't remember if the item here is good or not. But, you know, I don't know what got me talking about this, but, you know, growing up, you know, I always, you know, my favorite thing probably to do was either play games or watch movies growing up. I was never huge into sports, because mainly I do hate feeling sweaty and stuff, you know, from exercising. And, you know, I exercise just to keep, I prefer just to keep myself in balance, like, you know, I'll exercise here and there, but I'll make sure to walk and I'll make sure to stretch my legs so I'm not constantly playing or, you know, stuff. But, you know, some of the classics I grew up with, you know, I grew up with the you know, Star Wars: New Hope. And I will say, I think the ones that I grew up the most, well, I think it was probably like Star Wars 1, 2, and 3. You know, Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, Star Wars: Attack of the Clones, and then Revenge of the Sith. I will say Revenge of the Sith, for the crap that the first 3 get, I will say Revenge of the Sith has got to be the best out of the first 2. But Attack of the Clones might have to be last for the single fact that you at least get to see Obi-Wan's master. And I honestly, I also grew up with the Clone Wars series before it was off the air. That's one of those other things. You know, I had to watch shows. I had to watch, you know, TV. And one of the shows I also grew up with, what was it? Oh, Ben 10. And I'm talking like the Ben 10 that, you know, would show up on Boomerang for those, you know, watch TV growing up. Boomerang was a channel where you could watch Pokemon, you could watch Ben 10. It was like, and I mean, you're not the Ben 10 like they have now. Like the original Ben 10 was so much better, and with that annoying theme song. Like, when I mean annoying, I mean it gets stuck in your head. Annoying. I can't even think of it now, but I even started liking the series after it with the where the aliens like they with the like the special Omnitrix. I don't remember what it was, but you know the aliens went ultimate mode. Like you had Spider Monkey before, you know, the one. I will say there's the series after that that kind of showed the past and the present. that I will say was not half bad. If anything, it pays homage to two, and instead of being a, a copy or a remake of the first or the second one, it takes in between because it's like after both, and it's also kind of a retelling of it. But it's like, oh, what did he do for a living after growing up? It's like, oh, he went to become a plumber. And for those who haven't watched Ben 10 and know what plumbers are the guys who know about aliens. It's one of those things where that was always like the best part. Is like, so the secret organization that knows about aliens are called plumbers. It's very hard not to laugh at that. But think for the first one, my favorite alien has always got to be the speed one. I forget the name, forget what he calls it. But the only reason I liked it is because I also grew up watching the Aliens when I grew up. So that was like one of the first. No, that was one of the first ones, but that was a movie that was one of my favorites to watch, like the Alien trilogy. And so all I could think is like all I could remember when I was a kid before I could remember the name. I used to be able to remember the name. Is I kept calling him, "Hey, look, it's the xenomorph," or it's the alien. Like, I felt so bad. But it's one of those things that that's another thing. I also grew up like Predator and stuff. Oh man, I may not have read any comics about them, but I gosh darn watched the movies and shows. So what I got from my knowledge is all from that. Did that not work? Oh, I'm a moron. I hit down, not left. I just find with these guys it's a lot easier to summon someone. Because that hunter wisp nature. It's like the hunter's bone from Bloodborne that makes you dash. I'm just gonna set the room aflight. I really need to stop half-baking that. That itself, fire is good against those. And part of the reason this actually build works well with the arcane is the fact that the talisman for the dragon spells scales higher with arcane than faith. And so any of the stat effects the dragon heads do really build up. And I actually wonder, does arcane increase the damage of fire? Just fire in general? Like, I always wondering, does it, like, because that was the thing with Bloodborne, was all the special papers and stuff only scaled for all those scaled with your arcane stat. Ugh. Oh wait, I need to stop the recording. Hold on. Okay. F5. Oh wait, let's start.